Waking up in the middle of the night, particularly around 3 a.m., is a phenomenon that affects many older adults. If you've ever found yourself staring at the ceiling at this hour, wondering why your body won't let you fall back asleep, you are not alone. This occurrence may feel frustrating and confusing, especially when it happens consistently. However, what you might not realize is that these early morning wake-ups are more common than you think, and they are far from random. They are rooted in the physiological, psychological, and emotional changes that occur as we age. In this video, we will explore 5 powerful reasons why this happens, and by the end, you may begin to understand your sleep pattern in a whole new light. The insights we're about to dive into aren't merely surface-level explanations. They are backed by science, and understanding them could lead to better sleep, improved health, and a deeper understanding of the changes that occur in your body over time. You will gain insight into the ways hormones, sleep cycles, health conditions, and emotional factors all influence your early morning wake-ups. You might even learn how to adapt to these shifts, empowering you to support your body rather than resist it. So let's get started with the most common reason. 1. The decline of melatonin production. One of the primary reasons older adults wake up at 3 a.m. is due to a decrease in melatonin production. Melatonin is a hormone produced by the pineal gland in the brain. It regulates your body's sleep-wake cycle, often referred to as the circadian rhythm or the internal clock. Melatonin levels naturally rise in the evening, signaling to your body that it's time to rest. In a younger person, this helps maintain a full night's sleep, with melatonin levels staying high throughout the night to keep you in a deep, restful state. However, as you age, melatonin production declines. This decline starts gradually in your 30s and becomes more noticeable as you get older. By the time you hit your 60s or 70s, your body may be producing much less melatonin, and as a result, your ability to stay asleep throughout the night diminishes. While you may still fall asleep easily at night, your melatonin levels dip too low in the early hours of the morning around 2 or 3 a.m., which can lead to wakefulness. This isn't a case of your body failing or of anything going wrong. It's simply a natural part of the aging process. Your internal chemistry is changing, and this shift in melatonin production affects your sleep. Take, for example, Harold, a 72-year-old man who has always prided himself on being a good sleeper. However, in recent months, he found himself waking up around 3:15 a.m. every night. He didn't feel stressed or anxious, he simply felt fully awake, as though it was time to start the day. When Harold learned about the decline in melatonin production, he realized that this wasn't his fault. It was a natural part of aging. Rather than feeling frustrated with his body, Harold adjusted his habits. He started keeping his bedroom darker, avoiding screen time an hour before bed, and taking a short walk in the evening to reinforce his circadian rhythm. These small changes helped him stay aligned with his natural sleep cycle. While he still woke up early sometimes, he no longer felt as though his body was betraying him. Instead, he learned to work with his body, adapting his habits to the changes in his internal clock. The decline in melatonin production is an important factor in the early morning wake-ups that many older adults experience. As we age, our body's chemistry shifts, and these changes are entirely natural. When you understand that waking up at 3 a.m. might not be your fault, but rather a result of hormonal changes, it can help you adjust your routine to support your sleep more effectively. 2. Advanced sleep phase and the shift in your internal clock. Another powerful reason why many older adults wake up at 3 a.m. is due to a natural shift in the body's internal clock. This phenomenon is known as advanced sleep phase. The circadian rhythm, which controls your sleep-wake cycle, gradually shifts forward as you age. This means that you may begin to feel sleepy earlier in the evening and naturally wake up earlier in the morning. In your younger years, your body's rhythm likely aligned with a later bedtime, and you woke up closer to sunrise. But as you age, your internal clock tends to reset, causing you to fall asleep earlier in the evening and wake up earlier in the morning. You might find yourself getting sleepy around 8:30 or 9 p.m., and by 3 a.m., your body feels like it's already had enough rest, even if it's still pitch dark outside. This shift in your internal clock is a biological process, not something that you have control over. It's as if your body's sleep window has been shifted forward. You might not feel as though you need to sleep longer, but rather you may find that you're naturally waking up earlier. For example, Charles, a 68-year-old retired man, typically falls asleep by 9 p.m. and wakes up around 3 a.m. He initially thought something was wrong with his sleep, but after learning about advanced sleep phase, he realized his body had simply adjusted its rhythm. Charles made some simple changes to his evening routine to stretch his sleep window. He took a short walk after dinner, read a book with warm lighting, and occasionally called his daughter before bed. These adjustments helped shift his sleep cycle just enough to make his waking time closer to sunrise, while his body still naturally woke up at 3 a.m. Sometimes he no longer felt as though his sleep was broken. Understanding this shift in his internal clock allowed him to make smarter adjustments to his routine, improving his sleep quality. The advanced sleep phase is a phenomenon that many older adults experience, but few talk about. It is not a sign of insomnia or a failing body, it's simply a natural adjustment in your circadian rhythm. Once you understand this shift, you can start to work with your body's new rhythm, allowing you to sleep more comfortably and wake up when your body is truly ready. 3. Physical discomfort and health-related interruptions. Another significant reason for waking up at 3 a.m. is the physical discomfort or health issues that often become more pronounced as we age. As you get older, your chances of experiencing chronic conditions or underlying health problems increase. These health issues may not cause noticeable pain or discomfort during the day, but they can disrupt your sleep in subtle ways. Conditions like arthritis, for example, can make it difficult to stay in the same position for hours at a time. While you may not notice the discomfort when you first fall asleep, after several hours, the ache in your joints can become more pronounced and wake you up. Similarly, acid reflux can disturb your sleep, especially if you eat dinner too late or lie down too soon after eating. Even something as minor as muscle cramps or dry mouth can be enough to disturb your sleep, especially when your body is already more sensitive during the quiet hours of the night. One of the most common reasons older adults wake up in the early morning hours is the need to use the bathroom. As the bladder becomes less elastic with age, the urge to urinate can come more frequently and with greater urgency. This might not be noticeable during the day when you're busy and distracted, but in the quiet of the night, that urge becomes impossible to ignore. Even a small trip to the bathroom can disturb your sleep cycle, making it difficult to return to a deep, restful state. Additionally, many older adults take medications for various health conditions such as blood pressure, heart disease, or chronic pain. These medications can have side effects that impact sleep. For example, certain medications can increase the need to urinate or cause sensitivity to light and noise. You may not even realize that your medication is affecting your sleep until you start tracking your habits more closely. Ella Lehner, a 76-year-old woman, was waking up consistently at 3 a.m. She initially thought it was just a normal part of aging, but after consulting her doctor, she learned that one of her medications was interfering with her hydration levels and increasing her nighttime trips to the bathroom. With her doctor's help, she adjusted her medication timing and made some small lifestyle changes, such as reducing her evening fluid intake. As a result, she began waking up less frequently and found it easier to return to sleep after getting up. Waking up at 3 a.m. due to physical discomfort or health-related issues is common, but it doesn't necessarily mean your body is malfunctioning. These wake-ups are signals from your body, indicating that something needs attention. Whether it's a health condition, medication side effect, or simple discomfort, listening to these signals can help you make small changes that improve your quality of sleep. 4. Lifestyle habits and routine changes. As we age, our lifestyles often change, and these changes can also contribute to early morning wake-ups. Many older adults naturally begin eating dinner earlier, winding down in the evening, and reducing physical activity during the day. While these lifestyle adjustments might seem harmless, they can subtly shift your sleep-wake cycle. When your days become quieter, particularly after retirement, you may lose some of the external cues that previously kept your circadian rhythm in check. For instance, when you were working full-time, the structure of your day, commuting, meetings, and social engagements helped maintain your sleep schedule. Without these external time cues, your body may start to adjust its sleep cycle, resulting in earlier bedtimes and earlier wake-ups. For example, Walter, who is 74 and recently retired, found himself eating dinner at 5 p.m. and falling asleep in his recliner while watching the evening news. He would head to bed by 9 p.m., and by 3 a.m. he was wide awake. Walter didn't realize that his routine had shifted earlier over time, which led to earlier wake-ups. Once he recognized this pattern, he made small adjustments to his daily routine. He started walking in the afternoon, reading in brighter light during the evening, and avoiding naps after dinner. These changes helped Walter realign his sleep cycle so that he woke up closer to his ideal wake-up time. The power of routine should not be underestimated. Small habits, like when you eat dinner or how much physical activity you get during the day, can shift your sleep-wake cycle over time. By paying attention to these habits and making adjustments as needed, you can restore a more natural sleep rhythm that supports better rest and more aligned wake-up times. 5. Emotional and psychological restlessness. Finally, emotional and psychological factors often play a role in waking up at 3 a.m. As we age, emotional layers that may have been buried under the busyness of daily life can start to surface. The quiet of the night provides a space for unresolved emotions, regrets, and longings to come to the forefront. These emotions can sometimes cause you to wake up and lie in bed thinking about your past, relationships, or the deeper emotional issues that you may not have fully processed. This kind of restlessness is not the same as anxiety. It's quieter, more reflective, and often takes the form of introspection. As your life slows down, the mind becomes more attuned to unresolved emotions. You may find yourself reliving old memories, contemplating past decisions, or thinking about people you've lost. These thoughts can stir in the stillness of the night, making it harder to fall back asleep. Loneliness can also contribute to these early morning wake-ups. As social circles shrink and family members become more distant, older adults may experience a deep sense of emotional isolation. While loneliness doesn't always feel like sadness, it can still manifest as a yearning for connection or companionship, especially in the quiet hours of the night. Consider Gloria, an 80-year-old woman who lives alone after the passing of her husband. During the day, she stays busy with activities like gardening and speaking to her grandchildren. However, at 3 a.m., she often finds herself reflecting on her late husband or thinking about things that were left unsaid. Initially, she thought there was something wrong with her sleep, but over time, she recognized that her early morning awakenings were not a problem with her body, they were emotional signals. Gloria started journaling her thoughts and feelings in the middle of the night, and she found that doing so allowed her to process her emotions and return to sleep more peacefully. Emotional and psychological restlessness isn't a flaw in your sleep. It's a sign of the deep emotional work that your mind is doing. These early morning wake-ups can be opportunities for reflection, healing, and self-understanding. If you find yourself waking up with a racing mind or emotional thoughts, rather than trying to suppress them, consider giving yourself the space to reflect. Your mind might be trying to process something important, and honoring that process can lead to better emotional and physical well-being. In conclusion, waking up at 3 a.m. is a common experience for many older adults, and it's not necessarily a problem to be solved. Rather, it's a natural part of the aging process, driven by changes in your body's chemistry, sleep patterns, health, and emotional life. Whether it's a decline in melatonin production, a shift in your internal clock, physical discomfort, lifestyle changes, or emotional restlessness, each of these factors offers an opportunity for greater self-awareness and understanding. When you recognize these changes, you can begin to work with them, making small adjustments to your routine, health, and emotional life. Instead of feeling frustrated with your body or mind, you can embrace the changes, knowing that they are a part of your ongoing evolution. As you grow older, your body and mind are still active, still processing, and still responding to the world around you. Understanding these changes can help you make wiser choices for your health, improve your sleep quality, and enhance your overall well-being. So, the next time you wake up at 3 a.m., rather than seeing it as a problem to fix, consider it a message from your body. It might be telling you that you need to adjust your routine, pay attention to your health, or simply give yourself the time and space to reflect. The key is understanding, acceptance, and compassion. With this awareness, you can rest more deeply, live more mindfully, and continue to evolve with grace and strength.